Hello, it's Jack, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Car Mechanic 2018. Indeed, indeed. And today I'm going to showcase the wonderful Vans and Campers DLC from Petard Games, released in May, I think it was, for Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. If you wanted the pre-burner video to this, I'll link it in the description below, showcasing all of the different DLCs that have been released recently, certainly this year, for 2018. So we're going to breathe a little bit of life back into 2018 right now. So what we've got here is actually 5 vans and camper vans from the DLC. So I'll just go through them real quick, and then I'm going to showcase a couple of them, of some of the beautiful things that we've got inside them. First of all, let's go to this one here, which is actually called I can't get the name right, I apologise, Bolt Grand Vacances, I don't know, doesn't matter. This actually is akin to, I'm led to believe, the GMC motorhome from 1972. It's also very similar to the Airstream, what's it called, the Astro van from 1967. But for me, I've done a little bit of research online. It looks more like the GMC motorhome. Nice little vehicle. Not sure about the paint scheme. I mentioned that in the previous video, I think. But if we have a quick look inside it, and what I'll do is I'll take the door off because you can't open it when it's on the old ramp. So we can sit inside, which is always nice. A little basic inside. Got a sort of like a cola cup down there. But then, you know, it's a motorhome. There's a seat missing here, and that's okay. It's only got, I think it's only got the one engine you can put in this. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's only got the V8 single carb overhead valve engine. Not developing too much power for a vehicle of this size, but some nice detailing. You can see here that, you know, obviously someone's been living in it. Some pots and pans, and or whatever you call them, plates even. A kettle over there. Yeah, nice detailing, nice detailing. Have a look in the back. You can see there, I guess this is a bed, or converts into a bed, I guess. Ladders you can't climb, unfortunately. Yeah, some very, very nice detailing. Have a quick look in. I'll take this window out, it makes it easier to see inside. No, it doesn't. Anyway, you can see some of the detail in there, hob and all the rest of it. So yeah, I like this. It's nice. It's a little simplistic on the outside, but that's okay. Engine-wise, you get access through here. You can do a crouch with the C key, which you can just, you know, click here, and then you're into the engine. Incidentally, I've got this up and running, this engine, so it is a runner. Now, if you're unsure of what parts you need to replace as a minimum to get an engine started, I'll put a link into my video for the myth busted, if you like, of 15% parts, because you don't have to get them all at 15% parts. So I'll link the video in the description somewhere around about now. Also, it's for the 2021 release, but I think it still holds water. A lot of this stuff, you see, I didn't repair, didn't get up to 15%, and it still starts. Anyway, that's an interesting one. Anyway, back to the game. So then we have this one, which is actually called, in this game, it's called the Edenhaus Visioner. Now, I'm led to believe, again, research online, Class A Thor motorhome. It looks very similar, and also the liveries on this are very similar to the ones you can actually see for the real ones online. Obviously, unlicensed product, as in it's not licensed to any specific manufacturer. Again, let me take the door off. Some nice stuff in here. I'd like to sit in, thank you. Again, the old cup holders for those long journeys. All the kids screaming in the back. Looks like some sat-nav there, so it's a pretty recent vehicle, I guess, then, if it's got some sort of sat-nav and all the rest of it. Other bits to notice on this one, it's a lumpy thing, this one. It's going to be fun to see how this goes around the track. A little difficult to actually see inside this one when it's sat on here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this real quick to the paint shop, because the light in there is so much better. Oops, knocked me out. That door always gets me. Does it get you guys? So it's like bang, knocked in the head. So you get a bit more, plenty of light. I mean, the detailing is look at that. It's wonderful. It's a shame you can't get inside it. You know, there's so much detail in there you just can't really get to. But the guys at Petard Games have done a pretty darn decent job of getting this looking nice. Right, well, we've been in there, so we don't need to go in again. Looks like there's a shower. Look, can you see that? There's even a shower in there. You just can't get close enough to see it. And you can't jump in this game. well, why would you need to? Okay, so that's those two. Still got three more to go. Bear in mind, this is only 3.99, €3.99 on Steam. So, you know, 5 vehicles. That's pretty cheap, that, isn't it? Okay, next one up is, and I'm not so keen on the colour scheme on this one, is the Salem 2500 Traveller. Again, it's, I think, what is it, 4th gen Ford E150, 1992 version. Different engine swaps here, lots of different engines you can shove in this one. So this could be a good conversion, you know, to put one of those big fast engines in there, one of the big V8s. Again, you know, obviously engines here. Oh, by the way, the only one that's a runner is the pink one over there. The rest I've just made to look a little bit pretty just for this this video, basically. The reason I'm taking the doors off, like I said before, because I'm on the ramp, you can't open the door. Again, cup holders again seems to be a common theme, doesn't it? I like the detailing on the inside of the doors here, you know, for maps and all the other good stuff in there. Again, pretty basic. If we look through the old window again, you can see a few bits and pieces in there. Got a bed on the back here, which is a nice touch. Oh, dink. And if you crouch down, you can see you've got some space for luggage and I guess, yeah, I don't know, suitcases and sleeping bags and all the rest of it. And that's much better view there, look. You could have a good old trip there, couldn't you? Not bad at all. And then taking this off here, here we go. There you can see much better now. All those nice bits of, what do you call them? Coffee maker, toaster, kettle, little sink there. Looks like a gas lamp there. So yeah, excuse me. So detailing is decent. And I keep mentioning that word, but what else can I say? I mean, nice and detailed. Okay, I'm saving the best to last, which I believe is probably one of the best. Bolt Atlanta Camper. What's this one again? Bolt Atlanta Camper Chevrolet El Camino 1968. It's based on, apparently. This is extremely basic. Interior is, you know, what you'd expect from a Bolt, you know, in the normal game and all the rest of it. Very basic indeed. But again, nice little touches in the back. Is it the back? Here it is. Here I don't have to take the doors off. Again, let me just quickly shove this one back into the sunlight over there, and I'll be right back so you can get a better view of it. Okay, so and hopefully now you can get a little bit of better view of that, what all is all going on there. It looks like a little TV up there. Well, when's it from? 1968. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Did you have the portable TVs? Then I guess you did. So yeah, quite nice in there. Obviously, the only way into this one, with it being a you know, kind of pickup truck conversion, if you like, is through the back doors. It looks kind of like a horse box in a way. I'm not sure what up there would be, why you'd want to go up there. Maybe you could sleep up there or whatever. Not quite sure. So, yeah, quite nice, quite nice. Right, last but not least is this one here, which is, what is that? Looks like the Volkswagen Campervan, doesn't it? Was it the T2? Look at that. How basic is that? When was it? 1960s it came out, didn't it? At some point around then. I've never been, to be fair. I like this as a DLC. Look at all the rivets here, all the screw rivets, whatever you call them. Tacked on, very, very basic indeed, but then I believe it was. I've never been a big fan of these. Yeah. And I think the engine is also, it's a it's a 4x4 engine that's in this one. And Petar again commented saying that the developers wanted to put a decent engine in because they believe that camper vans should have four-wheel drive if you get stuck. So that's why they put it in with a four-wheel drive engine. In saying that, oops, there's no custom gearbox. I know there's not. In saying that, it ain't that powerful, 139 horsepower. So I've not taken this around the track yet. For the simple reason, let me just crouch down here. Can I crouch down and get under that door? Just so you can see the back. And do I get... not really, but a luggage rack and some other bits and pieces in there, some jerry cans for fuel and whatnot. Nice touch. You've got a surfboard on the top up there. Of course you would, because you're going to go surfing in to the beach in this. Oh, there's your shitter look. There you go. Nice and clean, I hope, in there. Looks nice and clean. So yeah, very, very basic. This is a front bench seat you can take out. I don't think you can take... No, you can't take that one. You can take this one out. Oh no, you hang on a sec. Am I talking rubbish here? I didn't think you could take that out. Let's just have a quick look. Well, I'd need to be on this one then, wouldn't I? Well, you can't take that one out. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm doing at this point now. It doesn't matter. I thought you could take them out for some reason, but maybe not. Alright, we're back. I know, I just went away for a sec, because you can take them out, apparently. So I was just being a bit of a dick. Anyway, small fuel tank here, as you can see, so some nice detailing there. What I did notice when I was putting this one back together, just to give you an insight, if I just move this one out the way here, this big old baby here, let's just move that to the in front of the old garage entrance, and then just bring this one up, and I'll just give you, I love the colour on this. By the way, I'm not showing all the liveries on these, I don't want to spoil some of the fun if you guys decide to buy this DLC pack. I don't want to show you all the liveries you can get, because then there's some surprises in store for you, but I can say this particular one does have some nice liveries. So yeah, actually looks okay now. That's the four-wheel drive, isn't it? That's the four-wheel drive gearbox. I think I'm probably missing a couple of bits and pieces. I'm missing that. There you go. That's what I was missing. That's what I thought actually I'd put it on, but it was like, you know, sometimes you get these mods where they got the bit missing, but this is not a mod, obviously. So sorry, my bad, my bad. But yeah, I like the way they've detailed this. It does look, you know, pretty authentic, even though I've never been under one of these VWs, to be fair. It does look pretty authentic, especially with a narrow fuel tank here, I guess, you know, because the room was of a premium, I guess. So, really, really nice detailing. Now, I would say that uh, 2021 detailing is slightly more advanced, but then, of course, it's 5 years younger than 2018. I mean, for the price and for what it is and the work that's been put into this, I mean, they are pretty nice vehicles to own and mess around with. And I think the fun bit is going to be obviously finding some nice colour schemes for them, but also taking them around the track, because they are certainly not going to be, well, this big old Jollopy whale here is certainly not going to be that speedy, is it? Let's face it. Just one point I'd like to note it, to just a note call out basically, note out, call out, whatever you want to call it, is when you buy these from wherever you buy them from, as in 2018, when you go into details, it doesn't give you a great deal of information, you know, like where you bought it or even what you paid for it. Yeah? 2021 does. It tells you where you bought it. It tells you, you know, all the profit you're going to make on it, all the different, not just the parts here, but you know, I know you got the restoration bonus here, but the value of all the parts, blah blah blah, a lot more detail. But one thing you can do to keep track of your finances, if you play this game seriously and you want to run it like a real garage, you want to remember how much you paid for it. Just a little tip here. Let's just take this one here for example. I don't remember what I paid for it, to be fair, but just as an example, let's say I paid, I don't know, 8 grand for it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a number plate, right? And I'm just going to get anyone, it doesn't really matter. Alabama seems decent. And I'm going to put in, I'm going to buy one, but I'm going to put on there 8,000. Now, yeah, it does get a little expensive, so only do this if you've got money, okay? And then when you put that license plate on there, you can, of course, just write this down on a piece of paper, but I mean, there you go. You know how much you spent on the vehicle. 8,000. Yeah, pretty cool, eh? How much is this actually worth now that I've put some skin on it and stuff? 27,000. I mean, I didn't pay that much for it, that's for sure. And this big old Jollopy one over here, I paid peanuts for this. I think this was about, again, I think it was about 9,000. It's worth 22. So I'd like to find out how much these are actually worth when they're all done up. Obviously, these have got shitty wheels on, and this engine is not at, you know, full spec or anything like that. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this short showcase of the DLCs from Petard Games. Like I said, get on Steam, take a look at it. If you like the price, get it downloaded and get playing it. What I will give you just before we sign off is a sneak peek at one of the other DLCs that Petard Games have also released. So give me a second because I'm going to take you to the parking lot. So here we are in the parking lot. Now this is another DLC. This is a USA Classic 60s DLC. And there's some beauties in here. I'm going to just show you a couple of them. There's some really nice 60s cars here. Now again, they're not licensed, so they're not attributed in, you know, to a real life car in terms of all the markings, but they are attributed to a real live car, if you like. This one, for example, which is the Bolt Reptilia in, what is it, Initium. And what is this, you might add? You might ask, sorry. It's the Chevrolet Corvette 1958 hardtop. Absolutely wonderful. Not finished it yet, still working on it, but have a look at this inside here. This is really, really nice. So if you like classic 60s, oh yes indeed. We like. So that's in there, like I said, USA Classic 60s DLC. You actually get 6 cars in that DLC, and I believe it's the same price. Now this here, again, I haven't finished restoring this one, but I'm not sure about the colour. Ford Thunderbird, anybody? Again, engine's knackered. I'm not sure what I could put in it. I don't actually remember. So 6 cars in that DLC. I've got most of them. There's a few I still can't find. There's like the Chieftain Cyclone, and there's the SCO Roma, which I haven't got. And I've got some duplicates here and some other cars that are not in the DLC, but anyway, never minding. So there you go. So again, you can put your hand in your pocket if you want this DLC. Again, some nice juicy stuff. So let me just take you back to the garage real quick, and I'll just round up the video. So here we are, back in the garage. So there's no extra or new engines, and there's no new engine parts per se. Okay, so all of these vehicles use the standard normal engines within 2018 vanilla, if you like. Obviously there's new parts obviously for all of the body and all the rest of it. They are quite simplistic. It's windows, doors, and the general stuff that you'd find on bumpers and lights, but they are nicely modelled. They seem to have done a pretty good job over at Petard. I do like what I'm seeing, and it's certainly a DLC that I'm going to enjoy playing, and certainly getting some of these out on the track to see how fast I can get them just for fun, basically. And yeah, just a nice little, relaxing build of a camper home to take your family away on vacation. Anyway, that's all I've got today. So this video was a little late coming out, but I've got some work commitments which came up unexpectedly. So thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you so much for listening to me, basically. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, there's going to be plenty more content on 2018 in the next days and weeks coming. So drop me a sub, drop me a comment, if this is the kind of thing you like. If not, then just don't bother. But it helps me out a lot. Okay, thank you very much, and Jack is out.